what happens when you take on a grueling 21K with 30 different obstacles, when your training gets completely derailed by a hurricane that's coming your way? You find out what you're really made of. Now, I know your first question. Why was your big ass in a Spartan Beast? Quite frankly, I don't know. We started this year off in the beginning. Me and my wife did a Spartan Stadium here in Tampa Bay, and the rest is kind of history. They give you a third of a medal. So, me and my wife had the bright idea, why don't we go ahead and try to complete the trifecta, which is doing the Spartan Sprint, which is a 5K, the Super, which is a 10K, and then the Spartan Beast, which is a 21K. So we took it upon ourselves to do the Spartan Beast, obviously get the hardest one out of the way. So now when we do the Spartan Super, we've already done the hardest thing that there is. So a 10K should be a piece of cake. But I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about my weekend at the Spartan Beast. Now, if you are not familiar with the Spartan races, they are grueling races, but they are so much fun, if you can call it that. But no, it's really a race. It's 21K, so that's about 13 miles. And then there's 30 different obstacles. You're either climbing up walls, you're carrying sandbags, you're doing some type of activity. So I'm gonna let you know this weekend how the hell I survived, what's next in store. But and if you stay till the end, I got a little something I'm gonna ask you guys. Now, I'm gonna be honest, this race was nothing like I've ever experienced before. It really gave me some valuable lessons on preparation, how to plan for a race, and just knowing how powerful the mind can be and the resilience that you can have when you really put your mind to something. Now, if you've been following me, you've seen that I have been training. I've been doing, I've been running 3, 5, 7 miles, and everything was going great. Lost a good amount of weight. We really wanted to focus on a lot of the obstacles that I have struggled with is me being able to maintain my weight. So the rings are a tough one for me, the rope climb, things of that nature. Now, I know there's a technique to the rope climb, but we'll get back to that. I'll let you guys know what obstacles I did, which obstacles I failed on, and how I'm gonna plan differently and train differently moving forward. In the middle of our training, we had a guy called Milton. You might have heard of him on the news, Hurricane Milton. So if anyone knows, I am in the Tampa Bay area, and Hurricane Milton, they made it seem like it was gonna be the apocalypse. And it was a deadly storm. However, me and my family actually left Tampa, went over to the Orlando area so that we could make sure that we were safe from the storm. However, in doing this actually threw off our training regimen, so we fell completely off track. Now, the hurricane is not the excuse for that. That's something that me and my wife should have really still been able to find intricate ways that we could have continued our training and made sure that we were in the best shape possible leading up into the race. Now, on race day, me and my wife woke up very early. We went, got some breakfast, really started to, I know my wife was very nervous about it. Can we finish? Are we gonna finish? And I said, yeah, we're going to finish. I just wanted to survive, to be perfectly honest with you. Before this time, I hadn't ran over 3 miles on any given occasion until I started training for something like this. And if you'd have asked me in the beginning of the year if I was ever going to do a half marathon, I would have told you you're out of your mind. But here we are. Now, the added twist into running a half marathon too, you also have 30 different obstacles that you have to do. So I'll go through some of the obstacles that I did, and then I'll let you know some of the obstacles I failed. So anything that involved the wall, jumping over a wall, using your body weight to get over it, I did. Anything that was brute strength, there was a Hercules hoist where you had to, pull a sandbag up to the top. Anything that involved carrying a sandbag or anything along those lines, I easily was able to do that. Now, it was very tough because you had to walk a certain amount of, probably about a quarter mile with a 60-pound, 70-pound sandbag on your back. So it definitely wasn't easy per se, but a lot of the brute strength things, just my muscle memory alone, I'm able to do those things. Couple of the things that I failed. All right, so some of the obstacles that I did not pass all involved body weight or they were just crazy. So this Traverse Olympus. Obviously, I just was about to go right over to the burpee section. So I did forget to mention that any obstacle that you do fail, you either need to do a penalty loop or you need to do 30 burpees. So obviously the goal is to not fail any of the obstacles, but that is a penalty if you do that. So the Traverse Olympus, yeah, your boy didn't make it. And granted, all of these obstacles are not in every race. So it's really just a flip of a coin of what obstacles that you actually, get. The multi-rig, the rings, haven't been able to complete those yet. The monkey bars, did get through those. This swing monkey in the middle. So they have two actual, straight bars that you do, and then you actually have to swing to another one that rotates to get across and ring the bell. Yeah, your boy didn't do that one. The rope climb, like I originally mentioned, your boy didn't get that one done. The spear throw, didn't complete that one. It's crazy. They always put that towards the end of the race, and you have everybody in line begging that they actually hit it because they can't do another 30 burpees. I was at that point. I missed it. I hit those 30 burpees. I thought I was going to die. And then the only other one was the twister. So this is something you have to grab it, and the actual bar is twisting as you're going through. So that one, again, very difficult. Did not get through that one. Had to do 30 burpees. But anything that involved climbing or like brute strength, as I said, I pretty much got through that. So I think the toughest thing about the race, though, was that you're not just, it's not just in an open path where you're just running and you're on level ground. You're going up elevations, down elevations. You're going through mud. There was a part where there was just on the trail, there was just mud, and the mud got so deep in certain points that you stuck in. We had racers losing their shoes. We had racers that put their leg down and mud got all the way up to their quads. So there were some really difficult parts of the race. And it's not just the obstacles. And another part about the obstacles was in the last mile, we had 15 obstacles. So the overall, man, the race was was extremely difficult, but I'm so glad that we were able to do it, because if you've ever done a Spartan race, you know the camaraderie that everyone is there. You have people that are running by you that are saying, hey, you're doing a good job, keep it up. You have that camaraderie, and that's one of the great things about the Spartan races. And it's actually why we wanted to go ahead and complete the trifecta, because we had such a good experience in our first race at the Tampa Bay Stadium. So reflecting on this experience, lesson I learned is really this isn't just about a physical race. It's not just about what your physical capabilities are. It's really about your mental fortitude. And anytime that you feel like you want to quit, you feel like you can't move forward, you remind yourself of why you even started, that you finish what you start, you commit to doing something, and that is what these races are about. Now, I would have loved to be in a lot better shape doing this race, but I still had a great foundation of fitness before doing this race. Me and my wife stayed together, and our goal was to just finish the race, and we accomplished that. But truthfully, y'all, I want you to understand that anything that you put your mind to, you can accomplish. You can accomplish more than you ever could imagine. And as we go into the later part of this year, I want you guys to understand that you cannot let fear stop you from moving your life forward. We got one life to live. So as we get to the later part of this year, I want you guys to think of a new challenge. Think of a new thing that, you really never thought you could do. And I want you to challenge yourself coming to the end of this year and into the new year to accomplish something new. to do a new feat, to do something that has, up until now, scared the living hell out of you. And I want you to accomplish it. I want you to strive for it. I want you to do something, and I want you to commit to it and say, hey, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm not going to stop until I complete it. And if you can take that mindset and that thought process in anything that you do in life, I promise you, you're gonna be a lot better off than a lot of people in this world. I can guarantee you that. But you gotta have confidence in yourself, and you gotta be tough. That is why I love these races, because it really teaches you that, hey, ain't nobody coming to save you. I gotta put my foot in front of the other, and I gotta cross that finish line. So what's next for me? Well, we have completed the sprint, we have completed the beast. Now our last thing is the super, which is going to be in Sebring, Florida, and I believe it's the weekend of December 8th. And my oldest son will actually be competing in the kids race that weekend on the 7th. And they're gonna do a 2-mile race and compete as the kids. So it's also great for your kids too, because it's teaching them competition, camaraderie, overcoming new challenges. And I truly love what the Spartan has put on. Now, for those of you who made it all the way to the end, for anyone who is looking for a new challenge in your life, looking to get yourself out of your comfort zone and do something and accomplish something that maybe you never even thought was possible, I want you to drop a comment below or reach out to me. I'll put my email in the description, and I want to conquer this with you. I'm looking at the schedule for 2025 and seeing what races that I'm going to be doing in the new year, and I'd love to have you guys come along with me, and I'd love to be that person that can be there in your ear saying, hey, you got this, keep moving forward, let's do it together. If this story inspired you to maybe conquer your first Spartan race, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. I look forward to posting a picture with all 3 of my medals at the end of the year. Let's do it.